Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tips. Um, today is a great day for all business owners. This is Monday. A lot of you all were open and definitely getting sales over the weekend, which in the Antelope Valley, the weekend is very valuable because a lot of people don't have to travel the 14 freeway in order to shop. They have the whole day to shop. Also, Monday is great for those who are closed during the weekend because now you have an opportunity to serve customers and make sure that folks are taken care of. But today, what I wanted to talk about is I was listening to some good motivational stuff, and they were bringing out some tips on what is your why? What is your reason? Um, you can't just be motivated by making money. You can't just be motivated by making a check. You have to be motivated by something bigger. I was listening to a story about a lady who was motivated to work extra hours and to be faithful and diligent to her job because she wanted to get her daughter through private school um, that she otherwise would not been able to afford if she worked regular hours. So her why was to make sure her daughter had a better life. That's excellent. That's motivating. Um, I remember a lot of athletes having their best games. I remember Jalen Brown, Isaiah Thomas. Those guys had their best games after they had personal tragedy because they were dedicating their efforts to their loved ones. Um, a lot of times, getting a why that's bigger than yourself, bigger than your income, it can really create extra energy and extra focus that allows you to be better than you normally would, which is awesome, which is great. Tapping into that potential, tapping into that why not do that on a regular basis? Why not make a bigger why? Here at the Hill Report, our why is we want to tackle unemployment. We want to bring that percentage, at least cut it in half. Uh, we want to make sure that small businesses have a better chance to make it out of the first few years. You know, uh, what 80 something percent of small businesses they don't make it past the first couple years. Unemployment is getting close to 5%. And when you talk about certain demographics of the population, you're talking 20% unemployment. Uh, there's certain percentages of the population that are actually they have a pretty good system in place and they make sure that the overall numbers are down. But then there's other demographics where, I mean, you look at those numbers and you're like, wow, what are the stumbling blocks? What are the roadblocks that are not allowing um, folks to find jobs, to find employment? Um, a lot of people need help with, shout out to the American Job Center. A lot of people need help with resume building. A lot of people need help with just really garnering and organizing their past work experience into a story, um, which an employer could possibly recognize and hire them. Getting a job changes lives. It lowers the crime in the area. It increases the likelihood of the surrounding small businesses to prosper. So definitely find a why. It may be a lot of people get backed into their why. They may have a sick mother, a sick grandmother, a sick child, and they really have to work those extra hours. They really have to give that extra effort in order to be able to afford to take care of that emergency. But whatever your why is, find your story, find your why, look into that, dive into that. If you're not passionate about it, don't just fake it. But if you really have a why, um, that's gonna give you extra motivation, and you'll be surprised that you have the potential to tap into that motivation anytime you want to. The brain is a very powerful thing. The brain is probably the most powerful instrument God has created in this universe. And once you start to learn how to tap into the brain, learn how it works, learn how it motivates you, um, you'll see that you'll get way farther than you ever thought you could get. You do way more than you ever thought you can do. And you're going to become the supercharged you, like we talked about in the other video. But definitely look into your why. Think about it. You don't have to come up with a why just right now, but think about it. A lot of times, a lot of you guys, the why already came up with you, but tap into it. It's very valuable to tap into that why and to become better than you normally would. It's only going to make you better and those around you better, and you'll become an inspiration to a lot of folks. You know, let's get some sales on Monday. This is an awesome time. We're gonna go. Let's make that drive towards Wednesday. Let's drive hard towards Wednesday, and then we're gonna take off once Wednesday starts because the weekend's gonna be here before you know it. And let's make sure we're open when we say we're gonna be open. Let's make sure that we don't close before we say we're gonna close because that extra customer can make the difference over the long run. All right, guys. This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report daily marketing tips. And you guys, let's go get some sales.